Hello and welcome to another episode of How You Can Do It Too. In this video I'm going to be attempting to remove my Plenum off of a 1999 Pontiac Bonneville. Never done it before, so what I'm going to do is kind of start ripping and tearing in it and start taking it apart and just let you watch me through the process. I'm liable to mess up, but I figured I better try it. But what happened is it was running hot, and my daughter said the motor's seized up, and lo and behold, I took off the air breather here, and it had water in it. I don't know if you can see it. Let me turn on the light, but yeah, you can see the antifreeze down in there. So got me asking questions, and some buddies of mine said it was a Plenum because it gets a leak in it, and this is it right here. You can see the little seals all around it. That's the new part. There's when we'll be taking it off. So another thing what I do, since I'm not a mechanic, what helps you out, it helps me out, is I'm going to video it as I'm doing it, so I'll be able to reference back to my video and see what I took off and just make sure I got everything back in the right place. From what I understand, these a lot of these connections will only go on one way, but I'm not sure about that. That's just what somebody told me. So I'm going to kind of video it as I go, and I might put like a little reference mark so I can reference back on my video, like I put a little X there. So might want to grab like a magic marker and put like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that way you can go back on your video and see where it came off. That's what I'm going to do. But apparently these things will get a leak in the seal. I'm thinking I was told right around here, and it filled up the oil, because what happened on this, when it seized up, I got hydrolock. So what I did first is I took this, because it would not turn over at all, I took the spark plugs out, and then it was able to turn over. So what I've done already is I've drained the oil, because oil is full of water. I took the little shroud piece off of here. How that came off was I removed this oil cap, and it came right off. I took the little air breather off of it. I got it somewhere, but that's the only thing I've done so far. So the first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the battery, and so I don't have no power. And then like I said, I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to have a little pen, mark things as I go. It might be a long video, but if anything, I can reference it to see how it goes back together. And again, I marked spark plug cables because I took them off, and what I did, I don't know if you can see it, but I put like a 1R, starting one here, a 2R, a 3R, then I did a 1L for left, 1R for right, and 3R for right. And I'm going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because I'm liable to mess them up and then have another problem. But okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video and disconnect the battery. And what I might do is tell you what I'm doing, so it kind of shorten the video up, remove it, start the part back up, tell you if I run into any problems, and we'll just go from there. All right, stay tuned. I'll be right back. Alright, I got the battery disconnected and stuff. And another thing, if you don't have a video camera, just take pictures as you go. And like I put a 1 on here, and I put a little star there, I put a number 3 there. I'm going to try to put right numbers on it as I go, and that way you can just look at your pictures and go, okay, number 3 went right there, or the star I put went right there. The things I know that I won't forget, I'm not going to worry about marking them. So I'm going to go ahead and just start popping these off, and just stick a little screwdriver in there. I'm just going to start taking everything off, and when I get to something that I think I might mess up on, I'm going to put a little mark, or I got a video of it. Let's see. like that's going to have to come off. Looks like this is going to have to, well, that might pull out of the way. See, I don't think I have to take that off. That's all connected. Pop these up. Let me get these out of the way. That'll be fine right there. Let me put a little mark on this. See, I'm on 3, so I'm going to put a number 4 on this. So when I refer back to the thing or the picture, I know right where it went. 4 went right here. Put that aside. Alrighty. What else? Looks like this. This, that. Okay, I think I am going to have to pull these out of the way. This out. Yep, because I might have to get the wire and harness out of the way. Yep, pull this out. Get that plugged in there. Let's see, then pull this out. Okay, I'm going to put a little mark here, mark here, because these two pipes are the same size. There again, I can refer back to the video. I'll wipe it off in the process of doing it. Okay, so I know that this goes right there. I'll just set that up here out of the way. Okay, I'm trying to move the camera around. I think I pretty much got figured out. I need to get this little metal hose out of my way. And there's a sensor wire down here. I'm going to pull that off. And if I can get to it. There. Yeah, a little sensor wire. I don't know if you can see it. Goes to a sensor. I'm going to leave that down there. I don't think I have to mark that. And then now I should be able to get a 1/2 inch on this. So I can take this tube off. I want to get it out of the way. Probably don't have to come off. The mechanics are probably going to be sitting there going, why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? But hey, I'm showing you how I'm doing it. May not be the right way. And you'll know at the end of the video if it was or not. I'm not going to disconnect it from down there. I'm just going to kind of pull it off to the side. Okay. The objective is about getting everything this. I think I can lift up high enough. These are the fuel lines. I might have to pull them off. Maybe that's not the way to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me see if you can see what I'm doing. Oh, let me zoom out. Wait a minute. Come up a little bit. Zoom in. Yeah. There's an injector fuel line. Just take a pair of needle nose, go up under it, push it to, pull that up, leaking fluid. Like I said, I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing that. And then there's one on the other side. Let me see if I can get you on that. Loosen this up a little bit. Yep, there's the other one right there. I'm going to do the same thing to that one. here where I can get on it. Oh, here we go. Let's get up under it. And that one came up. I should be able to pull them out of the way. I said, I don't know if this is the correct way, but this is how I'm doing it. Move that out of the way like that. Alright, so now I got this out of the way, this out of the way. This I can pull up far enough. I think I'm almost where I can take the fuel injector off. Let's see. I believe I can now. Let me take these little clips out of there. Alright, well, I'll be right back. Alright, next I'm going to take the clips off of the fuel injector main line before I try taking that off. If you can see it, I'm going to zoom into one. If that'll focus up for me. Oh, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Alright, and on this there's going to be 6 of them. See? Pops out just like that. That's it right there, little ring. Let's see if you can see that. Zoom out. Little ring pops in. Make sure you don't lose them. And gonna catch that on every one. Let me do one more for you. I don't know if you can see it. Side. Okay, where's the other one? Like I said, there's going to be 6 of them in total. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take all them off and then I'll come back to the next step. Okay, I think I'm ready to take off the fuel injector line. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to move the camera where you can see it, but I got a socket on it now. There's 4 of them. Placed all over, one here, one there, and identical on the other side. We'll see if it's ready to come on. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Then there's one right over, move over to the left. Let's see where I want to be. Get right there. Okay, yeah, it's right over here. And there's another one down here, which is a socket. I need to get a new adapter. And there. And then one over here on the opposite side and one over there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those and then we'll see. I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully you watched the video all the way up to here, but don't take those little clamps off. What you want to do is disconnect the wires. You just push in on it. Just push in on it and then pull them up, pull them out. Just like so. I hope I didn't mess up by taking them off, and hopefully you watched the whole video so you can learn by my mistake, because the whole thing's coming out of the bottom. Hopefully I can just put them on there, didn't break no seal or nothing, and you don't have to do the same thing I did. But see, those just come out, so hopefully I'll be able to put those clamps back on once I pull this out. But I think it's about ready to come out. Okay, I got those disconnected, and like I was afraid of, it came apart in a couple different pieces, but I'm going to hopefully put the clamps on it. Have to get some more O-rings, but got it out. Looks like the majority of them all stayed in, except for that one, and I'm hoping I can just put the injector back in it and put those clamps back on it that I took off. But you did not have to do that. Alright, well that's that part. Almost ready to take the plenum off. Okay, if you did like I did, which you shouldn't have to do, here's the clamps. If this actually color came out, that little O-ring in there comes out real easy. Put it back over the end of the injector. Slide this piece on there. You can see where it goes into the groove. And just click it back into place. Make sure it goes in that slot. Like, let me see. I'm trying to keep it in front of the camera. Like that. I don't know if you can see it. And then just pop it in, and it's in the groove. And you can see I got these back in. Hopefully I'm lucky. The O-rings looked good, so we're going to move forward. But hopefully you watched the video, and again, you can learn by my mistakes. That was a mistake. Be right back. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is see that little hose right there, a little tiny one, and then that looks like the master cylinder pump. Getting brain dead there a minute, but connects to that. All right, and then looks like I got to take that little screw off that actually holds the plenum on too, but it's got that piece. And then I'm gonna disconnect the throttle cables, and then we'll go from there. And I think after that, all I gotta do is just take the plenum bolts off. You can see them 1, 2, 3, looks like 4, 5, looks like there's about 8 or 9 of them. One there, that one will be off, and hopefully I should be able to slide this out. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and pull that hose off, that little hose. Take that nut off right there, and then and I'll film it as I go. Oh, and I wanted to do another thing. It's a good idea to replace these O-rings right here on your fuel injection port before you install it. And I probably, and I'm gonna probably put it in a 5-gallon bucket with a lid to keep bugs and dirt daubers and stuff like that getting in it. But make sure you put that aside. Try to keep it as clean as you can. Not try, definitely keep it as clean as you can. Alright, well I'm going to hook up the camera and do those couple things I told you I was going to do. And pull this little hose off here. They're pretty good and tight. There we go. This just slides out. Okay, get that little hose off there. Okay. Then I'm going to take this nut off. Oh, a little bigger than the Plenum. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, now I got the right socket. Should be able to lift. Let's see. Oh, nope. Okay. Let's see, it's got another little bracket on it. You'll see it when you get to it. You gotta take that off. Ugh. Another little bolt down here at the base of this metal shroud thing. Dropping my socket. Here. Okay, now this should come up. Get out of the way. So I'm gonna hook this. That comes right out of the way. Up there. Alright, now throttle cable. You should have to twist it, pull it off. This front one. Out. This will be the grab. Pin comes out. Alright, now I'm going to get a socket and start taking the Plenum nuts off. Be right back. I forgot to tell you, when you disconnect the throttle cables, pull this little tab out and pull them out of this little bracket. You can take this whole bracket, I believe, along with the Plenum. Alright. Alright, well, I'm going to start taking the Plenum bolts off, and hopefully it just pops on out. I don't know if you can see them. See those little nuts right there? One there, all the way around it. I'm going to take them off well, no, actually, since I'm replacing them, I don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to take them all off, but when you put them back on, you want to kind of put them in sequence, you know, one across from the other before you start torquing. Kind of torque them like you would anything else. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and remove those. Be right back. Okay, something I wanted to show you. Majority of the bolts were this size, right here. But you'll notice you got two long ones back here, or up towards the carburetor intake, and then the other long one is the one that has the nut on it that this bracket goes on with it, and then the nut goes back over that. Just wanted to kind of point that out. And see, I got it on video so I can watch it and I can remember. Okay, So it should be ready to come out. I'm going to try it without turning the video off. Let's see. Okay, what's it catching on? Oh, I see. I got to take this nut all the way out. I thought I could loosen it and just take it out. But nope. That's keeping it from sliding forward. It helps if you don't have a stripped out reducer. All right. Now it should slide on. This out of the way. Okay. Let's see, let me get over there. Oh, found another wire hooked up. That's what was causing it not to come out. Alrighty, there it is, and look at that mess. Alright, there's the old one, and you can see the block is slammed full of water, so hopefully I can get that all out of there. And I guess I'll take my shop vac, get that all cleaned up, and we'll start installing a new one. Alright, I'll probably make another part 2 for putting it back together, but there again, unless the mechanic points out some other stuff I did, the biggest mistake I seen I did was taking those little brackets off the fuel injector that I didn't need to. But by all means, mechanic, you can point out stuff to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I just get in and use a little common sense. So that's it on part 1, and I'll maybe make a part 2 putting it back together. But I'm just going to do it totally in reverse. And don't know if I'll make a video or not. But hope this has helped you, and have a good day.